A genius with full attributes is called a waste. Just because when I changed jobs, awakening the most rubbish Taoist profession in history. Even the school where I came from was hired with a lot of money, also regarded me as a shame. But what they don't know is, on the day of job transfer, I awakened the God-level heavenly master system. On the day of the exam, he directly broke the ACE record. 3 top universities fought to recruit me. But I chose Shanking University, the weakest university, because there are not only many girls inside, it is also more in line with my heavenly master's cultivation path, because the strength is to dazzling, causing panic to dark forces. Send the level 40 C Bones clan to kill me. But I was beaten directly, and obtained the God-level skill Tongshan Road. Directly become a top combat profession. I opened my eyes, but I saw Shen Yue sleeping on my lap. But I didn't wake him up. Instead, he looked around. It's late at night. Everything around is blocked. The tent was set up around me. Seems to sense that I'm awake. A beautiful woman in patrol uniform walked in. You wake up and you're level 25 at the age of 16. You're too scary, right? But I also heard that you were level 10 when you woke up when you were 12 years old. I'm so envious of this talent. Today, a picture of latent sneak attacks appeared all over the country at the same time. The goal is very clear. They are the talented students who excel in the college entrance examination this year. A group intends to nip the human genius in the cradle. Several students who were in the top 20 in the college entrance examination were beaten. There was anger in his eyes. How did they sneak in? I frowned and asked. A department from above began to investigate this incident. You don't need to worry about this, but you need to keep this matter secret. The news will cause panic. At this time, Shen Yue opened her eyes in a daze. He happened to see me looking at him. Can't help but look surprised. Brother Yi, when did you wake up? Just leave and go back. I pulled Shen Yue out of the tent. Not far away, Shen's mother and Shen's father saw the two of them and walked up quickly. Looked me up and down for a long time. Take a breath of relief after making sure everything is okay. I saw Mother Shen's frightened look and smiled and said, "Don't worry. I'm fine. It's not that easy for them to kill me." Father Shen looked at the hole in my chest. With a complicated look on your face, you said, "This is the clothes you are wearing. Definitely not something you can wear to school. I have a friend who is a level 55 enchanted seamstress. You can enchant clothes with attribute bonuses. How about making a set for each of you? Enchanted clothing is a hunter, soldier, or mercenary. These clothing suitable for those who travel frequently. It is indeed too early for students to prepare. But after experiencing this incident, Father Shen will not hesitate anymore. The two children were lucky enough to escape the crisis this time. But what if there is a next time? Soon we came to an extremely luxurious store. The items inside are all enchanted clothes. A fat middle-aged man came out. When he saw a group of us, his eyes suddenly lit up. Old Shen, damn, it's really you. See this guy in front of you? Father Shen couldn't help but smile. Yue thought at night that this was Uncle Zhang Wenyan. We shouted to this middle-aged man very sensibly. Uncle Zhang. Zhang Liang couldn't help but be stunned when he saw Yue and me react suddenly. Aren't these two kids the top scorers in this year's college entrance examination? The corners of Father Shen's mouth curled up slightly, a little proud. The two children are still very competitive. Zhang Liang was really shocked. Shen Tianyang shook his head, said that the child will report to Shanking University tomorrow. Come over here. The main reason is to trouble you to make a set of enchantment medicine for the two children. Zhang Liang understood. Don't say one thing. There will be a need for enchantment doctors in the future. Feel free to come to my place to write a book. I will definitely not let the two children scream in vain. You guys need a little time to sit down first. Ji and Zhang Liang walked into his studio. Close the door and don't let anyone disturb you. Time passes little by little. When the time comes to 3 o'clock in the middle of the night, the studio door finally opens. In the eyes of everyone's expectations. Next moment, I saw a white fairy dress with wide sleeves coming into view. Just a glance. Shen Yue fell in love with this enchanted clothing. The corners of Zhang Liang's mouth are slightly raised, which is not only good looking. This fairy skirt is enchanted with 6 effects. Accelerate recovery of mental strength and mental alertness. Light attribute increased by 10%. Moon attributes increased by 10%. Gliding increased by 20%. Stealth effect. I hear these enchantments. I can't help but admire it a little bit. It is indeed an enchantment effect tailor-made for Yu Wei. Even the growth rate of raincoats is taken into account. No enchantment attribute is wasted. Put it on and try it on first. Shen Tianyang came over and said. Shen Yue nodded lightly after hearing this. He picked up the enchanted clothes and walked into the locker room. Not long after, he opened the curtain and walked out. At this moment, everyone was unanimously surprised by him. It really looks like a fairy coming out of the Moon Palace. Wearing a 5-day gauze on a slender waist is like a fairy descending to earth. Shen Yue looked at herself in the mirror. I can't help but be a little surprised. Really beautiful. She quickly walked up to me and slowly turned around in a circle. Smiling and elegantly asked Brother Yi, is he good looking? I nodded, yes, it looks good. Okay, let's take a look at the second one. What catches the eye is a purple tree-collared gown. Seems ordinary at first glance. But the more I look at it, the smoother I feel. Very simple and elegant. Zhang Liang looked at me and said, don't look at it, there aren't many designs. But the enchantment effect is no worse than that of Yu Wei. And they are all combat-related enchantment effects. Accelerate mental strength and restore mental clarity. Light attribute increased by 10%. Thunder attribute increased by 20%. The 9-character Taoist mantra was also enchanted and branded according to the data. Are you releasing Taoism? The casting speed of Guan skills is increased by 10%, and the stealth effect is increased. I took over this long gown and put it on directly, feeling suddenly different. Like a young Taoist priest who has lived alone in the mountains for many years. With the breath of first dust on the body. After the 4 people walked out of the store, they hailed a car and went home. I go home and close my eyes to meditate. People will smell it first. Even if you can directly upgrade to level 25 in one go. I still haven't relaxed at all. After one night, I slowly open my eyes. The whole person feels indescribably refreshed and energetic. At this time, an armed helicopter flew in front of me in the distance. The female inspector whom I met yesterday came down. He looked at me and said, have you packed it up? It's time to send you to Seiki High School in Kyoto. Goddess from afar. The priest looked at the patrol plane that had turned into a small black dot. Although reluctant to leave, but I also know that the child is going to Kyoto to study. It's a very rare opportunity. For years, I don't know how far the child can grow. Shanking University, the top mage auxiliary genius girls from all over the country. Almost all gathered in this university. At first glance, almost all of them are girls. It's rare to see a few boys. In the gate of Ars Academy 1 mile away. Completely opposite, almost all of them are boys, and a few girls can't be seen at all. Only the Judgment College is average. The number of boys and girls is almost the same. Song Shinrui was followed by 3 energetic hands. Looking into the big eyes of the Judgment Academy in front of me. Looking forward to university life. 3 gates of colleges and universities. It looks like a triangular forest school on the map. Next to each other, at this time, a patrol plane flew from the sky. Falling in front of the gate of Shanking University. The students around are all under supervision. Everybody knows. Yesterday, many talented students were assassinated by Yi Tu. So we arranged a special plane escort. Person sitting on it. At least he is among the top 20 in this college entrance examination. The next moment of sharp genius. I saw a fair-skinned and beautiful girl walking away from the special plane. Come out. Her pure and elegant temperament is fully revealed in her body. With a slight smile on her face, she looks like a sinking fairy. Follow her. Following closely behind is a handsome and lazy young man. Loose and ordinary blue sportswear with long hair tied up. I put my hands in my pockets and looked around casually. It is indeed a summer vacation from a top university. At first glance, almost all the freshmen are around level 20. This scene immediately detonated the surrounding students. It was on the news when everyone recognized these 2 people. And broke the rumor that the historical scores of the college entrance examination are the top pick. Even killed a level 40 beast. I didn't expect that they would choose a sacred weapon. We both just walked into school. It attracts a lot of people's attention. At this time, two people came over quickly from the reception desk. One man and one woman, wearing a student union label on the sleeve. The tall girl looked at Yi Shang and Shen Yue and said, "Haha, I finally waited for you. Junior sister Yue, let me take you to the dormitory." The boy nodded and looked at me and said, "Don't think about my junior. My name is Lin Feng, is responsible for the student admission reception. Your dormitory has been arranged. Come with me." Soon, Lin Feng took me to a single-family apartment building. He looked at me and said, "Your dormitory is right here. Log into Shenking Campus Network. Enter the student number on your admission letter. You can see your dormitory number and theater class. If you have any questions, you can contact me at any time. I'll get busy first." After Lin Feng finished speaking, he turned around and left. I didn't have much hesitation. Go directly to the dormitory building. Just as I was about to reach out and push the door open, the door suddenly opened. A fat man with acne on his face came into view. Suddenly his eyes widened. "Damn, you are Yi Shang?" This year's college entrance examination students. There are few people who don't know me. I nodded politely. "Yes, I am." "Hello, my name is Feng Miaquanban." I thought it was similar to a 4-person dormitory in high school. But when I came in, I realized that was not the case. It's not small inside. 4 bedrooms and 1 living room layout. A single room of more than 10 square meters per person. I just chose a room at random. As soon as I put my backpack down, a message popped up on my phone. It was sent by Yu Wei. "Brother Yi, do I want to go out and buy something together?" "Okay, I'll be down right away." When I walked out of the dormitory and past the stairs, I happened to see a burly young man walking towards me. "Come on," I took a look at him, noticed that his eyes were full of anger and displeasure. There's still a sense of oppression, and I can't help but raise my eyebrows slightly. As expected of this top university, there are so many talented people. The burly young man also glanced at Feng Miaquan and me. Two people, a trace of disdain flashed in his eyes as he continued to go upstairs. Wait until he goes far away. Feng Miaquan couldn't help but swallowed a mouthful of saliva. I didn't expect that he would also choose Shenki. This guy's profession. Wouldn't it be more appropriate to choose ours high school? What's the origin? I asked. Chen Wanian, the first in Yaheng area, scored 833 points in the college entrance examination. Hidden professional dragon war mage. A profession that is strong in both melee and magic combat. I touched my chin. It does sound powerful. People look fierce. Just then Shen Yue came over from a distance. He quickly called Brother Yi. Feng Niaquan couldn't help but look in that direction when he heard the sound. When he saw Shen Yue, his eyes suddenly lit up. Such a beautiful girl, she is at the level of a fairy. I just noticed. Shen Yue is also accompanied by a little beauty. She's pretty but has a pretty good figure with plump breasts. Shen Yue walked up to him. Looking at the little beauty beside him, he introduced. He is my roommate in the same dormitory. Go shopping with us. The girl with a busty figure looks a little nervous at me. Hello, my name is Song Ya. Hello, my name is Feng Miaquan. Feng Miaquan also quickly took the initiative to say. He felt more and more, the idea of following me around is so smart. It's only been a while. I just met to such charming girls. The 4 of them got to know each other and left outside the school. This trip lasted 2 hours. Everyone came back with a lot of things. Open dormitory room. I saw it right in front of me. My backpack and its contents were scattered all over the floor. Tong Miaquan couldn't help but was stunned when he saw it. A boy who has been sitting on the sofa in a daze. I saw someone finally came. I was so excited that I almost cried. Hello, my name is Wang Jun. Suddenly he looked at me startled. Do you want to be unemployed? I didn't speak. Just put down what you are holding. Looking at the backpack on the ground, he asked Wang Jun what was going on. After Wang Jun hesitated for a moment, pointed at the door of the room. It's what you see. Thrown out. As soon as he finished speaking, the door suddenly opened. Previously on the stairs, the burly young man whom I had met once came out. I looked at a few people impatiently. He shouted, "What are you arguing about? Can you please keep your voice down?" I raised my head and looked at him quietly. There is a cold glint in your eyes. Did you lose my backpack? And I chose this room first, right? Chen Wanian glanced at the backpack. What's wrong with my disdainful smile? And whoever told you first is yours. I laughed. Wang Jun and Feng Miaquan couldn't help but look at each other. I could feel the atmosphere in the dormitory with my own eyes, suppressed to the extreme at this moment. A top scorer in the college entrance examination and a top scorer in Royal Navigation. Damn it, two big guys faced each other on the first day of school. I walked step by step to Chen Wanyan. Chen Wanyan looked at him without fear. Suddenly smiled disdainfully. I said, why does it look so familiar? I think of you. Rumor has it that the top scorer in the college entrance examination was achieved by teaming up with girls. Are you a waste but a professional? I looked at him calmly. Give you two options to pick things up and apologize. From my room. Who are you going to scare? I don't understand what you want. Chen Wanyan laughed sarcastically. Feng Niaquan and Wang Jun suddenly had an ominous premonition. As expected. I nodded. Then he suddenly raised his hand and pinched Chen Wanyan's neck. Hit the ground hard with a bang. I think my profession is to be a Taoist priest. So it's easy to talk, right? I said softly. Then you guessed wrong. I studied Taoism for 3 years. Just to suppress this violent temper. As soon as the words fell, I suddenly pulled his body up with force. Thrown towards the balcony. Chen Wanyan had no time to react. I threw the whole person directly from the balcony. Many people immediately saw. A figure flew out from the 3rd floor. It hit a tree hard with a bang-dong sound. I clapped my hands thinking how capable I was. Is level 21 garbage so bad? Chen Wanyan's roar suddenly came from downstairs. Red flame suddenly appeared all over his body. Walking towards the dormitory angrily. Feng Miaquan saw the scene from the balcony. I can't help but feel anxious. Don't think you'll be punished if you can't fight. If nothing happens, fire me and go gamble next door. I said without caring. Feng Miaquan said hello. Is this the confidence that leads to the top scorer in the college entrance examination? Don't wait for Chen Wanyan to come up. I jumped directly from the balcony. Chen Wanyan couldn't help but turn his head when he heard the noise. When he saw me in front of him, a smile appeared on his lips. Trash is really kind. Slowly emerged from him. A ferocious armor that looks like blood and dragon scales. He looked up to the sky and roared. The dragon rock on my body burns even crazier. After all the students around heard the noise, I couldn't help but rush here quickly. There is such momentum in episode 21. No doubt. Chen Wanyan is the top genius of the human race. There is no expression on my face. I have no intention of using enchanted clothes at all. After experiencing the level 40 skeleton clan fighting, this kind of a fight with only anger and no strong killing intent doesn't seem to arouse much interest. Seems to feel my contempt. Chen Wanyan sneered. Then I'll take a good look. How deep are you, the top scorer in the college entrance examination? He suddenly kicked his body and was suddenly ejected. Come to me in an instant. Slammed the door hard in my face. The Dragon War Mage's melee combat capabilities are quite terrifying. If this punch breaks the stone, it will definitely break the appearance. See this scene. The girls around couldn't help but exclaimed. I also recognize these two people. Night thoughts of a top scorer in the college entrance examination. One is Chen Wanyan, the #1 player in Yahang. Yu Wei. A girl in the dormitory saw the group frantically scrolling through videos. Couldn't help but scream. The top scorer in the college entrance examination wanted to fight with someone at night. The other party is also a powerful person. Chen Wanyan, #1 in Royal Navigation. Song Ye couldn't help but raise her head and look at Shen Yu Wei. I found him acting like a normal person. I couldn't help but ask, aren't you worried? Hearing this, Shen Yue was a little confused as to why he was worried. Is Chen Wanyan great? The other girl nodded seriously. It must be awesome. I used to be a lieutenant colonel with him. Chen Wanyan is a hidden professional dragon war mage. Very strong in both melee and long-range attacks. Are there any level 40 aliens that are powerful? Shen Yue asked again. Several people suddenly fell silent. If Shen Yue smiles slightly, then it will be fine. Brother Yi killed all the heads of foreigners. The battle off the field. Originally, Chen Wanyan thought that his punch. At least I can make this waste suffer a little bit. Who knew his powerful fist? He was caught by the opponent easily. I just raised my hand and grabbed his fist. She looked directly at him and asked, you don't have enough energy to eat? Without waiting for his reaction, it was as if he had been thrown down before. Irresistible strength is passed from the opponent's hand. Chen Wanyan was knocked down again. I pressed my knee hard on his neck. Raise your fist and hit him directly. A wave of air spreads from the back of my heart. Everyone present felt a puff under their feet. Chen Wanyan was beaten until she spat out a mouthful of blood. But his strong physical fitness was not defeated by one punch. Still trying to struggle. Flames burst out all over the body, yet these flames in the golden light of my body can't burn at all. Instead, it feels warm and comfortable. If you have some strength, you like to show off, right? If you like to bully your classmates, why don't you go out to the outer city and kill them? Or go to the front line and kill a group? Every word I say, I'll punch him hard on the spine. Every time she punched Chen Wanyan, she spurted out a mouthful of blood. Your pride seems ridiculous to me. I stood up and kicked him out hard. Chen Wanyan crashed into a ginkgo tree. It directly knocked down a ginkgo tree. Chen Wanyan spat out a mouthful of blood again, looking at the young Taoist priest with horror on his face. He doesn't believe it. A useless Taoist priest profession, the strength is actually better than that of myself who has mastered the body of the fighting dragon. Even stronger. And this guy's level is actually level 25. Why did it rise so quickly? He roared again. The ancient mantra uttered from his mouth was like a dragon's low voice. I frowned slightly. This guy also knows dragons and magic. It is indeed a hidden profession. The development of dragons and magic in the later stage is almost comparable to forbidden spells. But is this release speed a joke? Looking at Chen Wanyan standing motionless, the momentum and fluctuations in his body are rising rapidly. The golden light on my body also began to be suppressed crazily. In a moment, dazzling lightning burst out from my body. Gorgeous and stunning thunder method. Let everyone's attention shift from Chen Wanyan too. Everyone in me can't believe this is Rafa. Chen Wanyan couldn't believe it either. This piece of trash actually knows how to use thunder. This cannot be mastered by a mage above level 50. Skills. Times. In an instant, I was wrapped in lightning and disappeared in an instant. The speed is extremely fast. Chen Wanyan had no time to react. I can't even catch his perspective with my eyes. All he could see was a beam of lightning approaching him. At this moment he finally realized. This guy is simply not something he can beat. I came to Chen Wanyan in an instant. A fist emitting dazzling light. Only a few centimeters away from his face. The violent thunder curled his hair. This terrifying power let Chen Wanyan reveal fear in his eyes. He felt threatened by death. He will die if this punch falls. He looked at my cold and ruthless white eyes. Slowly fell to his knees on the ground. Completely lost the battle. Seeing this scene, I frowned instead. Don't want to say a word, turn around and leave. This is the genius of this generation of the human race. I think back to myself who tried to kill. The fourth generation in one clan. The survival between races will only become more bloody and cruel. But Tianjio is like this. How long can the human race hold on?